that's terrible. Welcome back to the Savage Nation. Circa 1951, 22nd Amendment, presidential term limits, 2 terms. FDR served, as I said, I have a mind like a steel trap, 3.5 terms. 4, 8, 12, and unfortunately the man died in the second year of the 4th term. So that was 4, 8, 12, 14 years. So that's one of Obama's mentors. It was such an offense to people who love the Republic that they passed the 22nd Amendment in 1951 to prevent that from ever happening again on presidential term limits. But that wouldn't stop Obama from eliminating the 22nd Amendment. I mean, he could work for that. All he's got to do is get, Chesapeake something. Vincent in Chesapeake something. Welcome to the Savage Nation.
Hi, Uncle Michael. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Hey, listen, I heard you earlier say about the Palestinians, they still stone people. In the Old Testament, it used to, they had the stoning in the Old Testament. But the reason they don't stone people anymore, the Jews don't stone people, is because in the New Testament they said, let him who has no fault cast the first stone. So it was revised. They grew. They became.
Well, wait. Hold it. But Jews who follow the Old Testament don't stone people either.
But they do have a sense that in the New Testament that Jesus was.
Well, wait, sir. I know you're trying to sell a conversion message. I get it, but there are millions of people in the world who are Jewish who don't want to be converted. Although they appreciate the beauty of Christianity, they're very happy with their religion and their beliefs and their culture, and they don't stone people.
Exactly.
So, I understand. That's all. But the Muslims need to go through somewhat of an internal dialogue about, stoning homosexuals and adulterers and cutting people's hands off before, you know what I'm saying? That might work. And secondly, there are people who have said that the edicts the edicts in the Old Testament which say that if a woman commits adultery, she shall be stoned to death. It was a misinterpretation of the Hebrew. The ancient Hebrew has been reevaluated by liberal hippies in Berkeley, and they said the actual Hebrew didn't say that if a woman commits adultery, she shall be stoned. It said that she is stoned. That's why she committed adultery. See, it was just a misinterpretation of words. No, there's some Reform rabbis in Berkeley who looked at the ancient Hebrew and they said that any woman who commits adultery is stoned. That's what they meant, not stoned her to death. And there's another more liberal interpretation that says if a woman commits adultery, get stoned with her. That's if you're in San Francisco, you follow that interpretation of the Bible. But you have to understand the ancient Aramaic to understand the modern Hebrew. And in order to understand the ancient Aramaic and the modern Hebrew, you got to understand the Sanhedrin. And in order to study the Sanhedrin, you've got to understand San Francisco and San Lorenzo.